All right, Sunday evening recap of last week on the options trading front. What I'm working with at the moment, I have MSTX that I want to bring up first. Let's look at the $16 strike. MSTX, as most remember, that's the 2x leverage on the MicroStrategy ETF. So on this one, it shows we pulled out $426.06 with an 81% return. As you can see, I sold for $526.53 and then ended up buying these back at $100.47. I sold them last week. What's it look like here? September 4th. That would have been a Thursday, and I bought them back on a Monday. They were already 80% to the good, so I decided to buy those back because I would have to wait the rest of Monday and the rest of the week to collect the other 19%. So I decided to go ahead and take the guaranteed 81% and move on from that strike. Let's look at the 18 strike. This one's kind of funny. As I've noted here, I had profits that I ended up getting 588.10, which was only 45%. So it must have been on Friday, I sold the $18 strike. That's what I can scoot over here. As you can see, I was selling these things. Looks like I began selling them on Thursday, Friday, and then on Monday the 8th, I started to finish up buying them back. But on September 5th, I started to get cold feet and started buying some of these contracts back. So I received $1,299.80 when I initially sold these. And then as you can see, the rest of the column there, that's me buying them back in different segments. So I was still able to pull out $588 of profit. These things all would have ended up in the good. MSTX finished, what was it, like $23.45 at the end of the week. So all of these would have been 100% had I held them through the duration. Another one that I sold was MSTX, the 19s. It looks like I sold them on Monday and on this setup here. Sold them on Monday and closed them out. What would that be? Wednesday. So profit was $174.04, 76%. And here are the separate transactions that took place to get that $174 profit. Let's go to MSTX 215. So this one's kind of like a little bit of a degenerate play here. I'll be honest. So I sold these on September 11th. So what would that have been? Thursday. And they really close out on the 12th because 12th is the Friday. This thing shows September 15th, but it's because I didn't buy them back. The profit was $1,432.65, 100%. So it shows, sorry about that. It shows here it expired. So if we go over here to the right, you can see that I sold these. Like I said, it was on Wednesday or Thursday. And so I had 1 day to expiration, which was on Friday, and I just let them expire worthless, so I would collect 100% of the premium on that one. So just on MSTX options for the week, I collected $2,620 in profit. Next one we can take a look at is BITX. That's the 2x leverage Bitcoin ETF. This one here, it looks like I sold on Tuesday and bought them back on Wednesday, the next day. 283 for the profit, 82%. It must have been just a quick. I did so many trades last week that I'll just be honest, I can't remember exactly what all I done, but on Sunday night I have free time to sit down and think about it and open up Fidelity and go through all of these, and I run a filter so that I can because there's swing trades that are in there too, but these are just the options plays. So as you can see, I sold for $343.27, bought them back for 60 bucks. And that's how we collected the, what was it, 283. Bitmine. This one here, you can see I sold in two different pieces here, 335.94 and 39.33, and then bought them also back in two little chunks there. Looks like, yeah, it looks like I sold on Tuesday and bought them back on Thursday. The profit was 335.03 and 89% was the total take on those premiums. Not that one. SMR. This one, yeah, I sold, would have been Friday of last week, and then I ended up buying them on Monday. They were just under 60% profit, $462.84. I'll be honest, I just wanted to, I wasn't sure where the price of this thing goes. Sometimes it can run like 10% either direction in a day. So whenever I came into Monday morning and noticed the price where they were at, I just went ahead and set it up to where these things would be bought back, probably right off open. But still, like I said, collected $462.84 on the trade. So between everything last week, all the MSTX options and all the rest, I ended up collecting $3,719.76 in profits. And so it turned out to be, I'll be honest, pretty successful week as far as that goes. And I'm going to do another video here shortly on how I'm positioned for, this coming week and what I have out there. So thanks for watching.